positive daw, 21 days na daw.
Gano'n?
Sabi nga kanina kasi tinatanong ko, sabi ko, bakit hindi ba pumapasok si Eden? Sabi niya, binago daw yung policy dahil daw sa Delta, saka kailangan ginawa na daw 21. Kawawa naman. Pinagdagan nila.
Kaya ngayon, magka-ano ka, positive ka,
Check mo sa P40. Good afternoon, I'm Shawn Yao and this is One News Now. The IATF is set to tackle new quarantine classifications in Metro Manila and other areas that are seeing a spike in COVID-19 cases. Maricel Halili joins us live from Mandaluyong to discuss more updates from Malacanang. Hi, Mase. So everyone's talking about this extension of ECQ in Metro Manila. Is this possible? What did the palace have to say?
Hi, Sean. The possibility of ECQ extension in Metro Manila is always there. But then, when asked during his press briefing earlier, presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said that there is no recommendation yet whether there is a need to extend the implementation of enhanced community quarantine in Metro Manila. He said that tomorrow there will be a meeting among the members of the Interagency Task Force to discuss about the quarantine classifications, and then probably they can finalize the quarantine classifications, particularly in NCR, on Thursday. So tonight there will be a talk to the people with President Duterte, but Secretary Roque said that we cannot expect the president to discuss the quarantine classification since he still has to wait for the recommendation of the IATF.
All right, what about updates on the cash aid distribution for residents that are affected by ECQ here in Metro Manila? How is that going? Was there any report so far on disbursement?
So far, Sean, since August 11 up until today, based on the data collected by the Interior Department, about 29% of total population, or those who were affected by the implementation of the ECQ in NCR, have already received financial assistance from the government, about 29%.
All right, moving on now to COVID. Mase, cases are still going up despite the implementation of ECQ in high-risk areas. That includes, of course, the NCR. Did the experts have any reasons that they gave as to why this is happening?
Well, they said that it's still too early to tell whether the implementation of the enhanced community quarantine in NCR is effective or not. Usually, they have to wait for 2 weeks to see whether there is a movement when it comes to the number of cases, particularly here in Metro Manila. So for now, we still have to wait for another 2 weeks to see the changes when it comes to the figures of COVID cases.
Right. A lot of people, Maser, also getting booster shots as early as now, as early as maybe even a couple of months ago. What did the palace have to say about these people if indeed they are caught?
Well, Malacanang, as well as medical experts, are actually discouraging those people who are getting booster shots. They understand that a lot of people are now concerned because of the entry of Lambda variant and because of the increase of Delta cases in the country. But then they are actually explaining to the public that they have to understand that we have limited supply of vaccines. So we have to give way to those who still has to, or to those who still have to get their vaccine shots. Earlier, Dr. Nina Gloriani, the head of the DOST vaccine expert panel, explained that based on initial reports, AstraZeneca will last for up until a year before the antibodies will decline. The average of other brands of vaccines rather, will last for about 6 months to 8 months. And so given this data, she also encouraged those who want to get the booster shot to give way to those who still have to get their first dose of vaccines.
Right. And did the palace have any reaction to the detection of that first Lambda COVID variant case in the Philippines that you were just mentioning?
Well, for now, it still remains as a variant of concern. We only have a case of Lambda here in the Philippines. Malacanang feels that it's not yet a cause of concern, but they reminded the people that considering that we're still gathering more data about the Lambda variant, we still have to follow the minimum health standards, the protocols, particularly wearing a face mask, face shield, and social distancing.
All right. Always good and safe advice to do all of that. Thank you so much for that update. Maricel Halili joining us live from Mandaluyong City. And the health department says that the use of air purifiers as protection against COVID-19 is still not recommended. This comes after the Cebu City government required all public utility vehicle drivers and conductors to wear personal air purifiers. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergeres said the device does not actually provide protection and could just give a false sense of security to those using it.
That the DOH do not recommend these air purifiers. Ito po mga necklace na purifiers. Sinabi na ho natin dati yan na wala ho yung ebidensya. Bagamat hindi po ito nakakakos ng harm sa isang tao, pero hindi rin po siya nakakapagbigay ng proteksyon laban sa COVID-19.
The health department has also postponed the procurement of 4 laptops worth 700,000 pesos. Undersecretary Leopoldo Vega said the purchase was put on hold pending further market study. Back in August, the agency was in the process of acquiring 4 sets of high-end 2-in-1 laptops with accessories totaling 700,000 pesos. Vega confirmed the postponement of the purchase days after the DOH was hit or slammed for buying costly equipment in the middle of a pandemic.
The DOH has plans of procuring such laptops for the use of the knowledge management and information technology. However, to date, the procurement transaction was put on hold pending the result of the further market study and prevailing market price.
We'll be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here. We are back on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Senator Manny Pacquiao is now facing accusations of disloyalty from members of his political party, PDP Laban. Mean Los Baños gives us the latest.
Sean, Senator Coco Pimentel has come to the defense of Senator Manny Pacquiao. He describes the latest accusation of the CUSE-led camp as corny and overacting. Pimentel said the secret agenda of the CUSE group probably requires them to get rid of Pacquiao from PDP Laban, even if only on paper or for show to the public. Pimentel added that the group is doing everything to separate Pacquiao from PDP Laban in the minds of the public. This came amid allegations Pacquiao planned to convert the People's Champ movement into a national party. But for PDP Laban Secretary General Attorney Melvin Matibag, who is identified under the CUSE wing, the complaint against Pacquiao is more than just maintaining membership in another party. Matibag accused him of disloyalty when he presided a PCM meeting last year, 18 days after he was appointed as president of PDP Laban. But Pacquiao's camp claimed that the People's Champ movement remains to be a regional party as of the moment. Pimentel also explained that being a member of both national and regional parties has never been an issue. He accused the rivals of not knowing anything about the PDP Laban party's constitution. But Matibag responded, saying it is Pimentel who authored the bylaws who is not using his brains. Sean, PDP Laban Sec Gen Attorney Matibag is giving Senator Pacquiao 10 to 15 days to respond to the complaint against him. And Attorney Matibag also assured the public and Senator Pacquiao that they will go through the right process.
All right, let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. MMDA Chairman Ben-Hur Abalos said that over 10 million COVID-19 vaccines have been administered across the NCR, with some 4 million residents being fully immunized. Abalos explained that some LGUs have given first doses to over 100% of their target populations because they also jab non-resident workers. The Foreign Affairs Department reported that at least 32 Pinoys or Filipinos have been evacuated from Afghanistan, which has been taken over by the Taliban. DFA Assistant Secretary Ed Meñez said less than 130 Filipinos remain in the Central Asian country, with 19 more scheduled to leave immediately. And the Makabayan block of the House of Representatives has filed a resolution urging the Commission on Elections or COMELEC to extend voters' registration. The lawmakers said that registration should be extended for 1 more month until October 31 to, quote, deter massive voter disenfranchisement amid the pandemic. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.